South Africa's most notorious prison, built to keep the country's most dangerous criminals locked away. Behind these walls sat a convicted murderer and rapist, a man the public believed would never walk free. But in 2022, something happened inside this prison that would shock an entire nation. A fire, a body, and a mystery that would unravel into one of the most unbelievable prison stories ever told. His name was Thabo. To some, he was simply another inmate serving a life sentence. But long before his imprisonment, Bester had earned a chilling reputation, known as the Facebook rapist. He used charm, deception, and manipulation to lure victims into carefully planned traps. Even from behind bars, many would later discover his talent for deception had never disappeared. On the night of May 3rd, 2022, alarms echoed through the prison corridors. Smoke poured from a locked prison cell. Guards rushed towards the scene. Inside, they discovered a charred body. Authorities quickly announced that Thabo had died in the fire. The case appeared closed, but some questions refused to disappear. Investigative journalists began looking deeper. What started as routine reporting soon uncovered troubling inconsistencies. Documents didn't seem to align. Witness statements raised concerns, and the official explanation left more questions than answers. What if the man declared dead wasn't actually dead at all? Forensic experts were called upon to examine the evidence. DNA records, autopsy reports, identification procedures. An investigator reviewed the findings. Doubts began to grow. The body found inside the cell may not have belonged to Thabo. If that was true, then where was he? The story exploded across the country. Headlines questioned the official narrative. Television stations interrupted regular programming. Public outrage intensified. What had first appeared to be a tragic prison death was rapidly transforming into a national scandal, and investigators were only beginning to uncover the truth. As the investigation expanded, another name emerged, Dr. Nandipa Magdumana, a respected medical doctor with a successful career and a seemingly privileged lifestyle. But authorities would soon allege that her connection to Thabo ran far deeper than anyone imagined, and that connection would become central to the mystery. Despite Bester's supposed death, sightings and rumors continued to surface. Reports suggested that a wealthy couple had been living a life of luxury. Expensive properties, high-end vehicles, exclusive locations. The question investigators faced was simple. Who was financing this lifestyle? And who was really behind the carefully crafted illusion? Piece by piece, investigators assembled a puzzle. Phone records, financial transactions, prison communications, travel documents. Each new clue revealed a network of people, connections, and decisions that appeared impossible to ignore. The deeper they looked, the bigger the mystery became. Then came the breakthrough. Forensic evidence challenged the original identification. The body recovered from the prison cell was not who authorities first claimed it was. The implications were staggering. If Thabo had not died in the fire, then the fire itself may have been a part of something far more elaborate, an escape plan years in the making. Investigators began reconstructing what may have happened. How could a high-profile inmate vanish from a maximum security prison? Who helped him? How were prison procedures bypassed? And how did so many warning signs go unnoticed? What emerged was a story involving deception, planning, and a chain of failures that stunned the public. With evidence mounting, the search expanded beyond South Africa's borders. Authorities tracked financial movements, reviewed travel records, coordinated with international agencies. Across multiple countries, investigators followed every lead. The hunt for one of Africa's most wanted fugitives had officially begun. After months on the run, the net finally closed. Authorities located the suspects. The dramatic operation marked the end of an international manhunt. But while the fugitive had been found, the questions surrounding the escape were far from over. Investigators still needed answers, and the public demanded accountability. As the courtroom proceedings unfolded, one detail captured widespread attention. Observers noticed moments of apparent familiarity between Dr. Nandipa Magdumana and Thabo Bester, exchanging glances, sharing brief smiles, appearing calm in each other's presence. For many watching the case, it raised a question that had followed the investigation from the very beginning. Was Dr. Nandipa a victim of manipulation by a master deceiver, or was she an active participant in a carefully planned escape? Inside the courtroom, those questions remained at the center of a case that continued to divide public opinion. And as the evidence was presented, the search for answers was far from over. A prison fire, a mistaken identity, a daring escape, and a deception that captured the world's attention. The Thabo Bester case remains a powerful reminder that sometimes the truth is far stranger than fiction, and that even the most carefully constructed lies eventually leave behind a trail of clues. This has been Inkvestigation. Until next time, keep questioning the story behind the headlines.